Hey everybody, Motorpoet59 here. Does anybody else remember when Donald Trump was running for president in 2015, 2016? Does anybody else remember how all the worthless rhinos, all the worthless independents, and all the idiot Democrats said that Trump was going to get us into a war? Because I remember it. I remember the media saying it. I remember it being out in public. I even have a few friends who are liberals who said that to me, that he's going to get us in a war. And I asked them, with whom? I don't recall him ever starting any wars with anyone other than maybe his employees. But that was the narrative throughout the Trump campaign, and not once did we ever come close during the Trump administration to going to war with anyone. He went out, he did exactly what he said he would do. He said, I'll make friends of our enemies and we'll do business with them and things will calm down and we might even make some money at it. And he did that with Russia. He got North Korea to calm down. We weren't going to do any business with them because they're a bunch of nutcases. But he went over there, he projected American strength and American willpower, and the North Koreans shut up for a few years. Where are they now? They're out there threatening to blow up the world again. Our idiot president, Joe Biden, and his handlers are talking about becoming involved in a civil war between Ukraine and Russia. That's none of our business. It has no effect on us. It isn't going to there's no reason that should affect the American economy. But they are driving fear into the hearts of Americans that this is somehow going to blow up into something that it's not going to blow up into where America is concerned. Let them fight it out. If Russia ends up controlling the Ukraine, so what? Who cares? Oh, but they have their freedom, their democracy. You know what? If those people wanted freedom and democracy, they can fight for it themselves. They don't need us to do it. The promises that JFK made about no price being too great, no burden too heavy to ensure democracy around the world, that was said in another era. Today, nothing is the same. Those words from JFK were a direct threat to the Soviet Union and the expansion of communism. And that's not what's going on with Russia and the Ukraine. That's a control thing. They've been fighting each other for centuries, and we aren't going to change anything. It's not a good idea for the United States to become embroiled in a civil war in another part of the world. It just doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense in Vietnam. It doesn't make sense now. Russia's not going to nuke the Ukraine. The Ukraine's not going to nuke Russia. That's not going to happen. That is not the kind of thing we're trying to avoid, like during the Cold War when we just weren't sure what the Soviets were going to do, nor were they sure what we were going to do. That doesn't exist anymore. But the Democrats, as they are wont to do, are using fear to get Americans behind them on this. I see these articles in the media and I just think, this is just crap. We don't need to be in Russia. We don't need to be worried about Russia. Let them slug it out. There are no resources there in the Ukraine that threaten our way of life. From what I gather, Russia has no intention of conquering the Ukraine and making it part of Russia. They just want to instill a government friendly to Russia. And the United States of America is the last country on earth that should criticize another nation for doing that, because we've been doing it since World War I. So we need to just sit down, shut up, mind our own business, eat some popcorn, and watch the show between Russia and Ukraine. And when it's all said and done, if they're both still like they are now, let's do business with both of them. If not, let's do business with Russia. Let's be smart about how we utilize our military and about, they say, the old cliche, hey, you got to pick your battles. This is not a battle we should be picking. It's not going to affect us. What do you think about this? Are you as angry about this as I am? Because I'm pissed about it. Trump being accused of being going to start wars, and the Democrats calling the Republicans war hawks, and nothing happened during the Trump administration that even suggested we might go to war with somebody. So anyway, what do you think about all this? Are you like I am? Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. See you all later.